Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Cast Patrol podcast. Joined as always by the two greats, Mick and Age. How we going, boys?
Mate, lovely intro. Thank you for calling me a great.
Yeah, I'm so much better after that, Jim. Thank you.
No worries.
I'm pumped. We got a huge episode this week. We go over Age's big birthday weekend. Congratulations.
Massive,
Happy
massive.
birthday.
Happy
again.
birthday, Age.
Made it to 23.
Well done. You did well.
I'm proud.
Just based on our weekend.
Very proud.
We go over all the sport. Plenty of World Cup action. The Rugby League. The
Cricket,
cricket.
yeah.
And the big UFC fights over the weekend.
Big UFC.
Adesanya copping that big L. We bring back NRL What Ifs. Thank you, I know.
One of the best. One
Cue
of the
the
best.
applause. It's a
One
big
of the great segments.
We're going over what if the NRL had a draft system in place. And we go with playing on penalties.
Listen to questions. We got it all. It's a jam-packed episode.
Jam-packed.
Can't wait.
Where do we begin?
I reckon we kick off with birthday boy. Do you feel older? How do you feel?
I don't feel older. I just feel heaps drained. We had a massive weekend.
We did.
Back to back to back.
Yes, it was.
So we start off on the Friday.
Yeah. What do we do on the
I
Friday?
had the pleasure of you boys taking me out
Yep.
to... We had a Mr. Wong's book for 8:15,
Yep.
right, Mick?
Yeah, 8:15 is what I booked for your birthday. Have a few drinks before, then head there at 8:15.
Yeah.
Perfect. So it's a pretty late dinner just to start with.
Yep.
So we had a few drinks, went to Door Knock, a very nice bar which Mick took us to.
You probably go there with your missus, but I took the boys because
We were
I
your
love
misso.
them just
We
as
were your
much.
misso for the night.
Yeah, pretty much.
No
So
reception
basically-
down there?
Yeah. And I had a dud quad. Like my quad is just corked from Oztag, so I
Yeah.
can't walk.
Yep.
And Mick chose this place with like 50 steps. So you have to walk down 50 stairs through this dark alleyway. I don't know what he was trying to do to me there. And we got to the place and apparently you have to knock 3 times on the door.
Yeah.
And
And they let you in.
Yep.
So we go in there. It's like a real dark little bar.
They give
Yeah.
you popcorn upon entry.
The popcorn was very nice. Had a few cocktails.
Very dry popcorn.
And then what do we do, Jimmy? Take over?
We walked over to Mr. Wong's.
Yep.
Took
And
us a while to find. Bridge Lane, bit tricky, but we finally made our way there. We walk in. Yep, no worries. We're here for the 8:15 booking. Ladies on the iPad. Oh, sorry, you booked for 9:15.
And then Mick stands
Disappointment.
up and he's like, no, I definitely booked for 8:15. Like, it was definitely 8:15. She's like, sorry, sir, there's actually no time slot for 8:15. There's only 9:15. So I don't know if Mick's done a dodgy, but we had to wait another hour.
Yeah. So
Well, explanation.
Yeah.
I'm not good with 24-hour time. So when I asked Adrian, where do you want to go for your birthday? He goes, Mr. Wong's, because fuck your bank accounts.
yeah.
The only time was 21:15. I go, oh, beautiful, 8:15.
How does an odd number turn even? Can you tell me?
Look, that's the mystery of life. I have
Mick,
no
you
idea.
stuffed it, you're cast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So then we went to a rooftop bar.
pretty
Yeah,
good.
pretty good
Music
bar.
pumping.
Yeah.
Shared some more drinks, which probably fucked us a little bit because we were pretty pissed going
Yeah.
into Mr. Wong's.
Yeah.
We were so pissed that we walked in and we thought we'd seen the Australian captain, Pat Cummins. Oh, wait. No, we did.
No,
We did
it was
see
actually
him.
him.
Yeah, we did.
But we said to each other, just don't say anything. Don't make it awkward, Mick.
He's the Australian captain. He's celebrating his
Yeah.
missus' birthday.
Yep.
Don't do anything.
And what do you do, Mick?
Hey, Paddy, how you going, mate?
I'm surprised you didn't ask for a photo.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was so close. And I'm like, you know what? Brushes with fame can relax for 1 sec.
Yeah.
Mr. Wong's and
But that
Adrian's
wasn't the
birthday.
best thing about Mr. Wong's.
No. It was
What
quite-
would you
How-
say the
how
best
was it?
dish was?
Well, for starters, it was probably a good sign that walking in, the Australian Test captain, Pat Cummins, eats at Mr. Wong's.
Yeah.
So-
So we're pretty much on his level.
Yeah, so it was proof tested that it was tuned by the greats
Yep.
Yeah.
and tested.
Yep.
Tried and tested. And then we ordered some expensive dishes courtesy of Age's expensive palate.
Request?
Yeah, because I knew I wasn't paying.
Yeah.
So I looked
Yeah.
at the most expensive things on the menu. The lobster with garlic butter.
Very good.
Oh, that was class. 1 kilo we got to share.
Very good.
We had the Angus beef cubes, sweet and sour pork, duck pancakes.
Oh, the duck pancakes.
we had it all. Yeah,
Unreal.
dumplings.
Yep.
Basically, we decided on the night that going forwards, because Age wanted it so bad, we all get lobster on our birthday.
Yeah.
It's a new thing. And then, I don't know, it
Yeah,
must have been
and
pissed.
Jimmy's coming up in December and Mick in Feb, so I got to start saving.
The girl came over and goes, oh, what size lobster do you want? I was acting like I was pissed. I was like,
She's
oh,
like,
yeah.
didn't she say we have a 2
Yeah,
kilo
I was
and a
like,
1
I was
kilo?
like, oh, just bring a bigger. She goes, sir, that's $800. I'm like, no, thank you.
We're like, how much a
thank you.
kilo? And she was like $329 or
Yeah,
something.
Yeah,
no, no.
Oh.
I was like, no, thank you.
Yeah, it was rough, but no, very good. Very
Mr.
good.
Wong's highly recommends. It was an incredible feed.
Great food. good
Probably
vibe in
one of
there.
the best restaurants I've been to.
Yeah, not good for the bank account, but good for
Yeah,
your
you
taste
don't,
buds
yeah,
and
you don't
stuff.
go
Quality
every
food.
week. You probably go special occasions sort of thing. But
Very special
Very good.
occasions.
what do we do after that, Age?
we went to Bungalow 8 in Barangaroo.
Yes, the notorious.
The staple. We love
Yes.
going there.
So-
mainly because free entry and it's open till the early hours of the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're in line. It wasn't a big line. And then we hear I think we heard, Age.
Yeah.
And I'm
Who's
looking
this?
around like, who the hell's this? Like, which one of my mates is here?
We were blessed by immortality at Bungalow.
I couldn't
8.
believe it.
Yeah.
The immortal. The first immortal of
First
cast.
immortal. Incredible.
Ayan Shukla.
Yeah.
Our 18th man who got
goat.
4 in a row.
Yeah.
He was there. He greeted us on entry. It was,
He just turned
It was
18
meant to be.
recently, did he?
oh yeah, he was ready to rip and tear. He graduated
And
from
he
school.
was rip and tearing.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
he
was. He had
was.
the glasses on.
Yeah.
I don't
Sunny's
know.
on.
He was definitely on something, Ayan. Shouted me a birthday drink, so thank you very much, Ayan. But no, it was good. Bungalow was good.
I love Bungalow.
We stayed there till late, till close.
I'll say one thing about Bungalow that annoys me. Normally when I go clubbing, I want to hear the generic hits and the latest hits that are out.
Yep.
Like, I want to hear baddest of them all. I want to hear Ferrari. I just want to hear typical shit.
Yeah.
But, mate, they had these DJs playing some old hits. And then after an hour, a new DJ came in and played the same hits that the other bloke played.
Yeah, I know.
Mick, I think I know why you're salty. You asked the DJ 7 times, I kid you not, to play Ferrari.
Special
You showed him on your
request.
phone, play Ferrari, you spoke to him, you did everything.
And he
And
gives
then
you
every
the
time
look.
they give you a look, yeah, I'll play it. Not
One
once.
One eye closed, thumbs up. Yeah, you're sure, brother.
But
Not
they
once.
do very well with like the saxophones and stuff. I'll give them that.
that's
It's
good.
good.
European vibes. I felt like I was in Croatia again, so it's pretty cool.
Far
And
from
then-
Croatia, I tell you.
And then
Yeah,
what, our
it's very
stomachs
close.
were somehow getting hungry again. So we went to Macca's at
Wynyard?
Pitt Street or which?
Wynyard Station
Wynyard.
Macca's. Yeah. So
I'll
Wynyard
tell you what, I've seen
Station.
some scary places in my time, and that's up there.
That is up there. It can't be worse than the King's Cross
it
one.
was as
No.
packed as
Or
Bungalow.
Maroubra.
Yeah, or Maroubra Junction.
Yeah, everyone was just there.
It's terrible.
Yeah. But yeah, you'd hate to be working like at a Macca's after like a Friday or Saturday night,
And
eh?
then someone like
Yeah.
Age comes in with a big order.
Or it's just
No,
like
well,
you
I'm
get
the
all the
least of their
drunk
worry.
people and stuff. Like,
Well, do you remember that time we almost got into a fight with a crackhead at Macca's?
yeah. that
We or
was-
you, Mick?
Well, I say we because we were there together.
Yeah.
Were you not scared for your life?
I wasn't tapping you on the back.
I tapped him
Just don't
once.
tap him on the
Don't
back.
touch
Jimmy
people.
shouted him a dessert, and
McFlurry,
the
yeah.
bloke couldn't be appreciative.
So you tapped him saying, it's all good, mate.
No worries, mate. All good.
Some people.
Yeah. Well, that was Friday. And then we rolled into Saturday, literally.
Well, Saturday morning,
Literally rolled
woke
in.
up, watched Australia. Somehow, I was hungover woke up, watched the second half, straight back to sleep.
Well, I didn't even watch it because I knew we were going to win. But
So
that was
confident.
scary. You see Hickory nearly scored with like 8 minutes left.
Yeah.
It was close.
That was scary.
And then in the night, what did we do?
So my requests, we had all my mates. We went to Korean barbecue, Solria,
And the missus.
in the city, and the missus this time.
Yeah.
And it was good fun. Had heaps of soju, cooked our own food.
Yeah.
And then we decided to go back to Bungalow.
Where else?
But before Bungalow, I'd never understood the concept of Korean barbecue until I started having it the last few years. Like, you have to pay to cook your own food.
Yeah.
And it's a bit of a premium price as well.
Yeah, I don't think the girls liked it.
No, the girls
No,
in
they
this
didn't
didn't like
I
it.
think a lot of them, I heard, they are not going back to Korean barbecue ever again.
My Mrs. Lane loved the soju shots.
Oh yeah, she
Soju's
was going
very
hard. She
good.
was keeping up with us.
Oh, she was. Every time we do a little half shot, she goes, no, full one.
No, they're very good.
They got some weird flavors of soju now. No, I was just used to the grape and peach before.
Oh, the
what would they
yogurt.
have? They had the new one.
Yakult?
Yakult soju.
yeah,
That'd
it
be
was
all right.
terrible.
No.
Oh, did you have it?
Tasted like
Yeah.
medicine. There was apple mango, which was ordinary at best.
Oh, really?
Grape's pretty good.
Grape.
Peach is,
And
I think,
peach is good.
I think
top
there's a
tier?
peach and mango. Yeah, I think peach is the best one by far. But
Yeah.
soju shots are deceiving. They're like half a shot, but because they're so sweet, you just get through so many of them
Yeah,
so
yeah.
quickly.
In one bottle, there's 3.4
and
standards.
like you go up to, you go and stand up and like fall over.
Well, no, you're cooking the meat and you're on, oh, hang on a second. I've got no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we wanted to go to somewhere with free entry. So we looked it up on the app. What was the app called?
I don't
Bondo
know.
Lines?
Mondo Lions.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then usually it's trustworthy. And we looked it up, it said free entry, no
Yeah.
line.
Yeah.
Get there, no line. Get through, $20 entry.
$10 entry.
So we got stumped there, like, fuck, $20 entry. Everyone got in, luckily. No one was being stingy.
Yeah.
And we had a good time. Mick left early.
Yeah, you know, I was
early-ish?
feeling the effects from the other night, the Friday. It was getting late. I was full from Korean barbecue. I was
Yeah.
getting pissed. I was like, you know what? Time to call it quits.
So you left before the King of Spin arrived.
Mate,
Did you see?
I saw him warming up, the King of Spin, and I was like, whoa. He's on for some spinach tonight.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Shane Warne. It wasn't actually Shane.
No.
It was the great Lachlan Goldsby.
Goldsby.
We mentioned this kid a lot on the podcast. He might have to make an appearance
You might have to.
within the next month or so. Got to get this kid on because he's very cast.
He's as cast as they
Yeah.
come.
The King of Spin, how did that come about, Age?
So pretty much the whole night after like 11 p.m, we dedicated, me and Jimmy, our nights to get Lachlan in.
Yeah.
Well, it's only fair. We always dedicated our time for Jimmy.
If
Yeah.
I was single, I'd like you guys to return the favour.
No
Yeah.
worries. That's
So-
a promise.
So we set up the moves, we get our lines to start it. You know, he's talking to the friends.
Yeah.
It's working well, and he just pulls out a spin all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Grabs their
Early,
hand.
very early on.
Early. I'm talking like
It's
within
like,
20
You know what it
seconds.
is? It's like a test match and the spinner just comes on.
Straight in.
Straight in.
First over.
First over.
Really?
He's just in there.
So he's got the hand spun around? Is
Like
that what
forcefully just grabs their hand.
After the
and then
first-
just spins them.
Initial hello, spin.
Yeah, and we're like, okay, guys, it's probably not their approach to do. We'll try it with someone else.
it is? Gets a bit dizzy.
We do our line, hey, my friend's interested.
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
like, are you single? And then they'll be like, no, my friend is.
Yeah.
And then the friend looks at him, grabs the hand, spins straight
Oh,
away.
again.
The
And this
spin.
guy was just like the king of spin. He spun at least 15 chicks with no success.
Jesus.
Nah. And
Well,
then
you think by like one of the first or second spins after it doesn't work, maybe don't try that approach again?
Well, no. Well, if one didn't work, so he decided to do 3 in a row spins.
Yeah.
Did you see on the story? We
No.
put Goldsby doing 3 spins in a row with the same chick.
Yeah.
3, 1, 2.
1, 2, 3, bang. She's dizzy. She can't see anything.
maybe that was his ploy.
It's not a bad option. It's better than the other options he was doing. But
yeah, yeah. But
We-
yeah,
he
that was
was
good
pretty
fun.
cast. He was very cast.
And where'd we go after that, Age? Back to
Back
Did
to
you, wait, did you have a
Wynyard's-
late one?
Yeah, like
Oh.
2:30.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
tried to get home before Samoa finished
Yeah.
versus
Yeah.
England.
Yeah. I was asleep.
So yeah, 2:30. What win your Maccas again?
when you had Macca's.
Goldsby was like stealing chips off people.
Yeah.
He was
What?
waiting where you received the food, and he was going in people's bags and just pulling chips out.
It was the best.
That's so
And then
bad.
we
He
walked
was
down
so
to try and
gas.
get a cab. And then someone knocked Goldsby's phone over. He almost killed them.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it was pretty. It was a dog act. Like
It
they just
was
walked
dog.
past and just bumped his phone
On
Yeah.
purpose?
and didn't even say anything.
And just kept
And
walking.
just kept walking. He was like screaming out, "Hey, what are you doing, mate?"
Did they turn
And
around?
they turned around. They're like, "Oh, no speak English, no speak English."
Yeah, yeah.
And then it was like for like 200 meters, we're just screaming back and forth.
Yeah.
Like, come here, you dog.
And then the cab drivers tried to scam us.
How?
Well, we tried to be like mascot, like what would we say?
I'm
Yeah, it's
saying
like
$40
max.
That's from
from
where-
the city to Mascot.
That's
Yeah.
reasonable.
Like 15 minutes.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
And they're
reasonable.
like, nah, for 60. Like, no fucking
And then we're like,
way.
nah, 45. They're like, nah, 55.
Yeah.
And then we got someone down to 50, but we're like, fuck this guy.
Yeah, fuck you.
We got an Uber for 40.
Yeah, you may as well.
yeah.
And they were just literally waiting there for like half an hour
They
in this
weren't doing
massive line.
Anything.
There was no one there. Just
Yeah.
like, I'm off taxi drivers.
Nah.
I can testify to that. I'll tell you why, because I tried to catch an Uber on after the event when I took Mrs. home and it was $70. I'm like, that's not right. Then I waited a bit, went
Yeah.
down to 50. I was like, nah. Then it went down to 40. I just took it.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
Like
on Uber.
back to back.
on Uber, yeah.
Within
And then I
minutes.
even asked like a taxi on the way and he said 90. I'm like, where are these people just pulling their prices?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
literally just fishing.
I can only think the only thing for them is they take us there, but then to get to Maroubra back to the city, it's a bit of
Yeah.
a drive back where they probably don't get anyone.
So they're
So
just
it
waiting
makes
for a
sense.
massive fee. Like,
yeah, that's why
70 plus.
make it
Mm.
worthwhile.
Yeah. But yeah, that was good fun. We
That
got
was our
home.
Saturday. So that was back to back.
Yeah.
Got home. We just watched the last 10,
10
minutes of
minutes.
England Samoa.
I woke up
Crazy.
for the last 15.
How good was that game?
Crazy game.
We were drunk, so it made it even better. We were just like gobsmacked.
Well,
Oh, when Herbie scored that try
When
at
Herbie
the end.
scored
Well,
that
England,
try.
England were my best bet in the multi, and I was
Yeah.
Oh, we were death
freaking
riding.
out. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we wanted you to go 5-0-5.
Yeah.
Ah, they killed me slowly.
But yeah, Critters intercept.
No, it was a great game.
That
And
was
then did
so
you wake up pretty hungover on Sunday?
Sunday was rough.
I was flat.
I think I woke up like 2 p.m. I slept in a lot. And that was my birthday.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I didn't
God.
have much of a birthday because I was celebrating the prior 2 days.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was good. And then Chinese dinner with the fam.
More food, like you need it.
Yeah, all Asian.
Where'd
We
you
had
go?
Mr. Wong's, then Solria, and then South Junior's Chinese.
Oh, very good.
Level
Oh, good.
3. Yeah,
Very
very good. Played a bit of roulette after on the little machines.
You win?
Up and down, ended up down.
Yeah,
and then,
Can I say one
that was
thing
it.
about your birthday?
tell me.
For those watching on the YouTube or following along in the cars on the audio, Age is wearing a nice Armani Exchange blue t-shirt or shirt.
Very nice shirt.
He wore that exact same shirt on the weekend.
On the Saturday night.
Clubbing.
Some would say I haven't changed. I have bended into work.
He's on
Some to say he hasn't slept.
Yeah.
That some say that as well. That could be true.
Either
What did you
way,
guys do on Sunday besides sleep?
I was pretty bounced out. I was just laying around flat. I watched the UFC.
Yep.
That was a great card. There was like 8. It was a record. The 8 finishes in the first round.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And like even all the way to the main event, like Adesanya losing an upset. It was one of the best cards I've seen just in terms of pure entertainment.
Yeah, I heard it was just crazy card, like insane.
Yeah.
So I was just recovering knowing I got a big week ahead.
Yeah. No, I pretty much did the same. Went over to Katie's, and I'll just say one thing. I know we speak about Uber Eats a lot on this podcast, whether they should sponsor us or not.
A
But
lot is negative.
So probably not.
mate, we've got another negative.
No.
I got some negative feedback for them. I got a bone to pick.
Go.
So I was at Katie's, starving, got some Thai food. Anyway, ordered the Thai food, whatever. And then it must have, because I got the notification, oh, your order's like almost here. And I was like, oh, yeah, so I'll wait for a bit before I get down there. And then I go back on the app and it's like not there, like your order, it's like done. They must have just delivered it somewhere.
And then what happened?
And
then
like,
what?
like, where's this bloke delivered it? So I try calling him, doesn't fucking answer the phone. I go downstairs, it's fucking nowhere to be seen. So I've just been absolutely robbed by Uber Eats.
Did you get a refund?
I requested a refund. They said they would, but I haven't got it yet.
Oh, so you're probably not going to
It
get
was
it.
like 60 odd bucks.
And
but
you don't get your food either.
That's the worst.
didn't get my
killer.
food. But where's the common sense? Like, because she obviously lives in an apartment, but do they just leave the food down there and it's like, I'll see you later?
That's it. Take a photo and run.
I heard sometimes they just say it's delivered and head home with the food. That's their dinner.
But it's just, yeah, like, I don't know, like, maybe that might be the drive or Uber Eats, whatever, but get your shit together. Maybe get them to, like...
Well, they're doing that code thing now. They're making you punch in a code
that
when you pick
code
it up.
thing, yeah. But, like, I don't know, maybe a phone call saying I'm downstairs or something.
Yeah, where's
I
the
don't care.
courtesy?
Like, but yeah.
Just anything. Don't just go off without food. That's the worst part. It's not like the $60. All right, you lose it, you can get a refund or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's the waiting for an hour when you already probably waited so long, you're hungry.
Yeah.
And then you got to do another order. And then for an hour, it's like 2 hours waiting for food. It's like 9 o'clock, go home.
Yeah. So, no, we did. Yeah, that was just pissed off. But I did have Milkflower on Sunday.
What's Milkflower?
Hey, you wanna
That's
go-
my rival.
Do you wanna
Char
go-
Times rival.
Yeah, the rival. Check
Oh.
something in the fridge. Something in the fridge.
No way.
Yeah.
Did you end up getting him?
I got some for us.
Oh, Jim, you're good.
Well, you said you were going to order them, so I'm actually very happy
Hey,
because I'm
if
getting a
you-
bit thirsty.
If you think Age's one was good, this is on another level.
So one thing I got Age to do was sort of describe it. What is so good about this?
Look, I don't know what's so. It's the little mango, like little mango bites inside, but it's just the taste, like just everything about it. You just got to, like me talking about it doesn't do it justice. Like these things are the absolute goat.
So are they classified as bubble tea as well?
Yeah, they're bubble tea.
But just not like the other ones last week. It's like more milk.
So it's like milk bubble tea.
Milk bubble tea. So take the tape off the top.
To start off, I like how there's a hole already present. So you don't have to stab the bloody thing.
It's always good.
Start.
Okay, let's. What order are we going in this week?
Start with Jim.
I'll let you boys taste it.
Do we have to mix it or anything, Jimmy?
Give it a mix. Give it a
Okay,
mix.
look, we'll try our best. So this is my second bubble tea in my whole life. So I've only got ages to compare. So I'm probably a good test sample.
If this somehow beats mine,
Jim,
I'll be shocked.
We'll go with you first.
Oh,
You have a
I
sip.
already know how good this is going to be.
You tell us what's so good and what you can taste.
Mate, that is so. Hey, boys, dig in.
All right, Age, you go. You tell us
I'm
how
gonna
it
go.
compares to your fave.
It's pretty good. It is pretty,
It's pretty good?
It's very different though.
It's very
It's
different, but
milk based.
yeah,
All right,
but
now
it's very
Pretty
good.
hectic.
Here we go. Yeah, that's amazing.
That's good.
It's like a.
I don't know how to
It's like a milkshake, but not.
It tastes like the Wheat bars, the mango ones. It's
Yeah,
like
it
melted
does.
in there.
yeah.
That's really. You're right. It's different. It's thicker because it's milk. It's almost smoothie line, but
But there's no bubbles popping in your mouth.
No, but there's you got those little jellies that come through.
I will say that you're right. The no bubbles in the mouth popping.
It's a deal breaker.
It minuses points, but on taste, It's amazing.
It is the best milk bubble tea I've had. I'll give you that.
Thank you.
Because I've had so many shit milk-based teas.
Yeah.
So, yeah, good stuff, Jim. How would you rate it out of 10?
I think I gave the last one 8. I'd say the same, to be honest. Like, if I had to choose, it just depends on what sort of day I'm feeling. Either.
Yeah.
I'd
now-
say, 7.
So now that, you,
8.5,
now that
yeah.
you two chose, do I get to
Next
do
week,
I get to just mock up my own and just
you can bring whatever you
It
want.
doesn't have to be a tea, does it?
Can be any drink,
Or should we stick to the teas?
tea, something tea.
I think we got to go teasers. I'll probably just bring in a boost juice.
No, maybe
Everyone
go
will
like
complain.
Gongcha or something, you know?
yeah.
All right, I'll go Gongcha.
Yeah,
Surprise us next week with something.
Okay, but boys, we got to get back to it.
Get back to the body.
We're a sports podcast.
We are.
We're not bubble tea experts. So let's kick things off with what we just touched on: Rugby League World Cup. I will say before we get into that, you are smashing it on Double Age with your tips at the minute.
I know. Somehow I'm just landing pretty much everything that puts down on Rugby League World Cup.
Oh,
Yeah.
World Cup, even horse racing and dogs. Age just puts up a double of the day. Normally Jimmy's our tipster, but Age has been killing it.
Yeah.
Puts up this double of the day where he picks a horse that's the best horse in the day and a greyhound, best of the day. Puts them in a multi together, has a little rider.
Usually gets like $2.80, $3, $3.50 around there.
I'd say out of a week he probably hits 4 out of
Yeah.
7 guaranteed double up
Recently
wins.
it's been like 5.
Yeah,
It's
it's been
been
very
crazy.
good.
Had no luck today, which was Tuesday.
Yeah.
I think it was a terrible ride by Tommy Berry, one of our mates, betrayed us. But we can forgive him.
We'll forgive him. He's given us enough money
He has.
Yeah.
with his winners. But we'll let you in a bit of a secret. If you want to check out these tips, there's only one place that we publish
One
these tips.
Place.
We don't publish them anymore. We used to do it on our story, not anymore.
It's just so easy.
It's too easy. It's on Dabble,
Yeah.
probably the best betting platform of all time.
Yeah.
Of all time.
And it's on the Cast Patrol.
Because it's social betting.
It's social
not just
betting.
Yeah.
boring betting. You get to get in the banter channels, have a dig at
Everything
everyone,
about the app.
post, follow people. There's a
Yeah.
feed.
Follow tipsters.
That's the aspect I love the most is the fact that we love helping our followers and listeners out. So, and the fact that we get to publish tips and provide winners, it's the best feeling.
Yeah.
Rather than just us win money with Age's amazing tips, we
Or
get to help
Jimmy's.
you guys.
Not Mick's.
No, not mine. I'm actually 0-5 or something in the minute. I need to pull my finger out. But if you want to download Double and join us, the Cast Patrol, there's one way to do it. It's so simple. Go to the show notes below, whether that be YouTube, Apple, Spotify, wherever. Click the show notes below. It says sign up to Double. Click that link. Everything's already pre-filled. You just have to put in your details and sign up. When you sign up, type in the search bar, the Cast Patrol.
Bang, we pop up and we have multis, bets, everything posted. All you have to do is click one button, copy bet, put your stake in, and
Off
then
you go.
bang. No chugging and plugging and finding when's the race on and when's this game start.
Nah.
Just copy bet. And yeah, hopefully we can hit some winners for you. But if you don't want to do that, literally just type the code Cast Patrol when downloading the app and signing up, and bang, you're in. Give us a follow.
Yeah.
Too easy. Let's get back to rugby league. First game, Australia versus New Zealand. I woke up to watch the second half, then I watched the first half back, the highlights.
Yep.
I have to say, Australia, with the team they have, it's actually amazing they don't win every game by 50. Considering they have the best players in the league.
They're in second gear, Mick.
I know, but still, do you really want to win a World Cup in second gear? Surely there's that one game you want to just deliver a knockout punch.
Well, that's why there's one more game.
It might be the final.
They could just be like, you know what? Let's put a foot down here.
Yep.
Just go bang.
Can you guys just keep yarning about the podcast? I have to head to the toilet. This milk tea's hit me. this milk tea's absolutely ruined my
Thank
stomach.
God. This is what I wanted. Just me and Jimmy on a podcast.
Oh, this should be good.
Oh, here we go. Now you guys can tune
now
in.
we're talking.
Okay. So pretty much, let's talk about the England-Samoa game.
Yep.
That me and you were watching on
We
the
were
couch.
watching it.
It was just a roller coaster, back and forth.
Back and forth.
Samoa up by 8. England go up. Samoa go up. England score. Extra time.
I thought it was game over.
Oh, I thought England had it when they got in front at the end before that intercept.
Oh, yeah.
I thought they had it then.
Yeah, they had it then.
Radley threw an intercept.
Game
Critter
over.
goes the whole field.
Done. And then George Williams, inside their own half, dummy, straight through.
Splits
Herbie.
the gap.
Oh, so
Oh.
good.
Herbie played very good.
Yeah, Herbie's playing
He's
very
one to watch next year.
Yeah, he's playing very good footy. And then, yeah, extra time. England.
England made too many errors.
What were they doing?
Unforced errors in their own half.
Oh, it was frustrating.
And then Milkflower had a shot, missed it. Or was it Luai?
I think it was Milf, but I think it got charged down.
Yeah, got charged down.
And then they dropped the ball.
And they did a cheeky one where they feint to Milf, go to Critter.
Bang.
And then Critter goes boom straight through the
He's
middle.
been the big game player.
He's an
hasn't he?
iceman. He's an iceman.
Yeah,
he's so cool under pressure.
Yeah. No, he's very good.
He's very good. Same with Luai. We got to give Luai a rap.
Man of the match.
Man of the match. He played so good. 3 tries,
Look,
whatever it was.
Luai cops a lot of criticism,
Yes, too much.
whether that's, fair or not fair, whatever it is, but he can play.
Yeah, you can criticize his on-field behaviour, like what he did to Tompkins,
And all,
like
yeah,
how he's a grub, whatever. But he is a footy player.
he can
He's
play.
a gun.
Yeah, he's a gun.
He doesn't need Cleary.
No, he doesn't
He's a good
need
player.
clear. He's a very good player. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how he goes against Australia.
Oh,
I don't know.
I hate to say it, but we're not going to lose. We are morals.
Yeah. I don't know.
Like
I
the
don't
team
think,
we have,
yeah.
Samoa, they might put a fight up for like, I'd say 20, 30 minutes,
Yeah.
but I cannot see us losing.
Yeah, I can't see an upset. But again, look, I've seen stranger things have happened. But
Stranger things have happened.
yeah, I think we'll have too much class over Samoa.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, I don't know. Like, we should have lost to New Zealand apparently. Like, I didn't really catch much of the game.
Yeah, they
saw
were
the
the better team, I
highlights.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't play very good.
So
But as I said last week, that was the final. No
Last week.
disrespect to Samoa.
yeah,
Samoa, they won the World Cup just by making it.
yeah,
That is
yeah.
incredible.
And it's good to see like all the fans out and about. Have you seen all the parades
so
and stuff
good,
going
all
on?
the
Yeah,
Samoans.
yeah,
Even if you're not Samoan, I reckon like everyone will be going for Samoa.
yeah,
Everyone wants to see the underdog win.
yeah, 100%.
Like even a bit of me will be like, you know what, Samoa, but
Yeah, like
Aussie
I
and
love an underdog.
Yeah.
So look, I hope it's going to be a good game because
Yeah.
what time is it? 3 a.m.
3 a.m. on Sunday. So unless you're bendering through the Saturday night,
Yeah,
I'm not waking up at 3.
yeah. So
Ridiculous.
but what were they up to after the final? Were they doing?
What do you mean?
What did they do about that knock and run stuff? What was it?
Oh, Samoa?
Yeah.
Yeah, you haven't heard about this. So
Nah.
so basically England checked into the same hotel as Samoa
Yeah.
and they knew where they were staying.
Yeah.
And then Mick's back.
Here he
How was
goes.
that, Mick? How was your little interval?
My stomach is ruined.
Mick is done. Mick is scratched from the
Jim,
podcast.
you actually
Mickey's-
ruined me. That was
Mickey's
Late
scratched.
scratching.
must be allergic, bro. That was fucked. That -3 of that.
Do you reckon it was that, or do you
Could
reckon
be
it was
the
the
everything.
burgers and the tenders and the onion rings?
mate,
we had before?
that-
Dinner,
plus
the
that.
coffee.
Oh god, what are we up to? Cast character?
No,
we're still up to
we're talking about the Samoa
the knock and run.
Yeah.
The knock and run. How good's that? Who
So, yeah.
doesn't love a good knock and run?
Tell Jim what happened.
You don't know what happened.
No.
So after Samoa beat England
Yeah.
on the weekend, they were all checked into the same hotel, obviously because they're playing at the same grounds. They're going to
Yeah.
stay at the hotel. The organised the same hotel. And when they were there, they obviously caught wind of what level the England players were on. So they've made it a mission whilst kicking on after their big win again to the grand
So
final.
after they rolled England,
Yep, they already rolled England in Golden Point. They've gone and knock and run on their doors and waking them up in the middle of the night.
they want to roll their sleep.
That is so good.
It's good, isn't
Did
it?
anything happen? Like any?
I don't think they got
I
caught.
don't think anything happened. I think they just saw stories of people knocking and running, but still it'd be quite annoying.
Yeah.
That's pretty cast.
That's a new form of rubbing in a victory.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah, 100%. And Rad's got in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, Rads did a intercept to get Crichton through.
Yep.
That was his first thing. And then he got into a little biff
With
with an Irish player.
James
Yeah.
Bentley. So it's alleged Island back rower James Bentley tried to first attack the England coach Sean Wayne at their team hotel. So this proceeded to Victor Radley allegedly turn on James Bentley, who headbutted him and caused a nasty cut to his face. Apparently, neither of these incidences have been confirmed, but as good as rugby league goes, you can bet your ass it's the truth. But that's still allegedly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so on that note, congratulations, Victor
It
Radley.
was very close.
It was close. Lachlan Goldsby was very
The
up
king
your
of
ass.
spin.
Yeah.
But Victor Radley, congratulations. Cast character
Cast
of the
character
week.
of the week.
Very well deserved.
Nice,
And
Rads.
I must say, he actually got it before in one of the previous episodes. This is his second time. I think he joins an esteemed crew of myself to win it twice.
You, Goldsby.
You,
Goals-
Lachlan, and Victor.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's
Congratulations.
That's the cast
So
character.
for
crew.
losing, throwing the intercept, and headbutting an
Another-
opposition player.
Yeah.
Well
Another World Cup that was on over the weekend that I didn't get to watch too much just because Australia were out of it was the Cricket World Cup, the T20s between Pakistan and England.
Yeah. It's a great atmosphere. Great game. Yeah, great game of cricket. England too good in the end. I was expecting a bit more of a fight. to be honest, from Pakistan. I think their batting let them down, but yeah, all honours to England. I think they are the number one white ball team.
Well, they hold both trophies. They hold the ODI
And
they
the-
hold
and the
hold
2020.
T20.
So yeah,
You
Good on
actually,
him.
you actually tipped
who was
them,
the
Jimmy.
player of the tournament? Did they say in the end?
no, I've got no idea.
No idea.
You tipped England, Jimmy. Remember
I
that?
tipped England to win the World Cup. So how much are they paying?
That would have been a good $5 at the time.
Yeah,
That's pretty
so-
good
Mick
odds.
tipped Australia. Didn't get out of the pool.
Well, who'd you tip?
I tipped India. Who,
Well, that's fine. They didn't win either. So it's about tipping the winner.
yeah, but you still
No.
Australia disappointing.
Hey,
Yeah.
still a losing bet if you followed Age.
I think you touched on it, Mick. UFC.
Yeah, wow. What a card. Like I said, 8 finishes in the first round.
Yeah.
It's an incredible feat. Dana White put on an incredible pay-per-view. The big one that I loved the fight is Michael Chandler versus Dustin Poirier.
What a fight!
For a neutral, that's as good as you can get. Round 1 was probably one of the best rounds I've seen in my entire life.
From the get go, they were just throwing bombs.
Did you watch it, Age?
I didn't watch it. I just saw
Mate.
the finish.
Just go watch round 1. Even watch the whole fight. It was still a cracker fight.
Yeah.
They were going blow for blow. Poirier almost gets knocked out. Then he finds his feet somehow. Then he just lays into Chandler in the last, 60 seconds of the round. There's a slow-mo they show. He punches Chandler
In the
and his
nose.
nose literally explodes full of blood.
Yeah.
So then the next round, they're on the floor wrestling because Chandler's trying to save his energy.
Yeah.
And he puts his head over the top of Poirier's and just lets the blood drip down on his face.
Yeah.
And then Poirier's got his blood on his face trying to wipe it.
Yeah.
It was incredible. He almost got submitted and then Chandler literally went on his back and Poirier submitted him. So
Wow.
good fight. And then
I'll definitely
Adesanya
watch
lost to, what's his name again?
Alex
Alex
Pereira.
Pereira.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't the first time he's lost to him.
Yeah, he's
No.
actually lost before, not in the UFC, but in mixed
He's
martial
lost
arts.
3 times in total now.
Really?
So he lost in 2016 and then 2017.
Yeah.
The first one was decision.
Yep.
And the second one was a clean knockout with the left. And Adesanya was just like floored. Seeing
Yeah, and I'll
stars.
tell you something about Pereira. Geez, he can punch.
Yeah,
Some of those
he was dropping some heavy hands like right at
they're
the end there.
proper stiff punches.
Yeah.
So
And lucky the ref stopped it because Adesanya
I
was
think
not
it was
defending.
his, if I'm not wrong, his only fifth UFC fight.
Really?
He's
So
early into his career. So.
He's really. I think he's fought in like other mixed martial arts.
Yeah,
he's
I
really
think
deep
so.
into it. But UFC, that's,
Kickboxing and that, I think.
yeah. Look, we're not UFC experts, as you can probably tell.
No, but we are Rugby League World Cup experts.
We
or
are?
just Rugby League in general.
Yeah.
So right now, we're going to go through our Rugby League final preview and predictions.
Yep.
So I'm going to start us off. First try scorer, I'm going to go with Addo Carr. Margin of victory, Australia by 22. And man of the match, Nathan Cleary to bounce back. Jimmy.
Thank you, Age. First try for me, Jack Wyden. Margin of victory, Australia by 14. Man of the match, Ben Hunt.
And my first try scorer is Angus Crichton. Margin of victory, I'm going Australia by 18. And man of the match, Captain James Tedesco.
Yeah, so we all think Australia's going to win convincingly. I think it's 13 plus. That's a lock for all multis.
Yep.
But yeah, it's not going to be close. We're just going to put the foot down and
I think Australia win and
we're
they
gonna
win
win.
well.
yeah, I think we win well.
I think this is, like you said, if we've been in second gear, I hope to God they've put it into first gear for the final.
Yeah.
But to be honest, Samoa's really impressed me and I'm proud of how far they've come.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, considering where from that first game they played when they got beat by England,
By 60.
yeah,
They
they've
come out and beat them in Golden Point.
they've showed a
done
lot
really
of
well.
fight. Yeah, so yeah, good luck to them.
Yeah,
But we'll be on the Australian side for sure.
100%. Let's talk about Pete Davidson, Mick.
Yep.
So
What do you
he's
think?
now reportedly dating Emily Ratajkowski,
Yes.
Wow. I don't know how this bloke does it.
supermodel.
He must have something packing downstairs.
Or he's
There's good sources that say he is backing.
yeah.
He must be an extremely funny bloke, which we know he is.
Yep, he is.
And he must be able to tip a winner on the
He
horses.
has to be tipping.
Must be good on the punt.
NFL, NBA, whatever he's tipping.
Because something's working for him. There's no way. I'm sorry, Pete, but you know.
It can't
you
just
know
be his
yourself.
tip that's good. He
You
has
know
to be able to
yourself.
tip.
You know. I'd say he's got some good tips and he's got a good tip himself.
He has to.
Yeah.
Because I'll just read out some of his exes, Mick.
Yep.
Okay. Ariana Grande.
Yep.
Yes.
Kate Beckinsale, an English actress. Thank you. Ka'ai Jordan Gerber. I hope I
Jeez,
pronounced
you
that
butchered
right.
that one.
You reckon?
were
How would you say it,
butchered.
Jimmy? How would you say it?
Kaya Gerber.
Kaya. Yeah, that's 100%
Yeah, that was
right.
good.
Yeah, I stuffed that. American actor. Give us
Yeah.
one, Mick. Give us a beautiful. And one more, Mick. Kim Kardashian. So, boys, this guy's done it.
Yeah.
we can all do it. Have faith.
There's no
If
reason
he
why
can
you
do
can't
it,
do it.
we can do it.
100%.
So, get out there, boys.
But in all seriousness, is this one of the biggest punching Merrins of all time?
Yeah, he's like Trent Merrin.
He's Trent Merrin.
Back when he was dating Sally Fitzgibbon.
He was the original punching Merrins.
Heavyweight puncher.
He was.
Yeah.
But
No,
yeah, Pete is...
He
doing
must
good.
be, a really good bloke. I'm sure he is. So,
Yeah,
fair
but
play to him.
fair play to him. He's doing great.
Yeah.
Doing great things.
In other celebrity news, this is now a new segment, Cast Celebrity Catch-Ups or something, Triple C.
Yeah, something like that.
Look, we touched on Elon Musk last week. I think he was our Cast Character of the Week.
He was.
He's actually been in a bit of a Twitter war with Doja Cat.
That is correct. So to sum it up, Elon has now renamed her Twitter display name to Fart.
And if you don't believe us, just look it up.
Because she renamed her display name to Christmas originally.
For obviously in the lead up to Christmas.
She wanted to get excited, but then once it got verified, it was locked in the name, and she was like, "Oh," tweeted to Elon, "Hey mate, I need to change.
I don't want to
my
be.
name."
I don't want it to be Christmas forever.
I don't want it to be locked in. Like,
And
can
then-
I change this?
Elon was like, "Yeah, sweet. Go ahead and change it." And what does she change her name to? Elon Musk.
And he's obviously not happy.
He's not happy about that.
But
So
he likes the banter.
So he's gone and changed it to Fart, which is
And now if you check it now, it's still Fart.
It's still good.
He's done well, Elon.
He's done really
Some
well.
good band.
speaking of new segments. Age, you've got a fact for us this week.
Wait, before you say it, I have no idea why this is in. But like, you got to give your cousin something sometimes.
So this is going to be a 10-second segment
We'll give
where
him
we're not
this
even
one.
going to laugh.
Yeah.
You're not going to say anything. I'm just going to say the fact and we move on.
Listening at home, just stare blankly.
Yeah.
Okay, try not to just react. Don't react. So Age's irrelevant fact of the week. The average raindrop speed travels at 43 kilometers per hour. Okay, on to listener questions. The first listener question. Manny _733. Hey guys, hope all is well. Question for Mick. Another week, another loss. Why are you so bad at tipping? And when do you think you'll tip something, you clown? Manny's good.
Manny's always good. He loves slamming me in the DMs. Even on my personal one. I can't believe it. It's just, I thought I'd get a break from the kid and he's just boom, 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 boom. He's probably listening now, laughing to himself. Manny, look, class is temporary. Form is, I don't even know it. Manny, basically what I'm trying to say is I've gone through a rough patch. But you know
Mick
what?
is so cast right now.
He's rattled me.
Class.
Manny has rattled me.
I think you
My
meant
face
to,
is turning red.
I think you meant to say form is
It's
temporary,
temporary,
class is permanent.
Well, exactly. I got class. And just because they're going 0-5 to start the season doesn't mean nothing. South lost their first 3 games in 2014 and ended up winning the premiership. So look, I'm confident. I'll bounce back. That's okay.
Just to remind you, Mick, 5 more losses, you
I have
get
to
a tattoo, right?
No. But I'm going to go really safe for the next 5 weeks.
Oh, mate.
Oh, wasn't Australia into
the way
England
you
into
are
Liverpool
going,
safe?
you've got the best 2 horses in Australia beat in the same
Animo and
day.
Nate Strip.
How did
And
you
you
make
got
them lose?
England beat over the weekend.
And you nearly made Australia lose to New
I
Zealand.
I cursed Liverpool's season. I tipped them in the first round of the EPL. They
Yeah.
lost to Fulham.
Oh, mate, I feel sorry for whoever you back next.
Oh, trust
like
me.
the
It's going to
jinx.
be a beauty.
yeah.
Okay, next question. At Rosie Vidal, thoughts on having an NRL base, not a team, in one of the Pacific nations, i.e. Samoa?
I'm all for it.
Big fan of that.
I think it'd be great. My only thing is that might be holding it back is the infrastructures and the junior systems in place over there.
Yeah.
Like I know you look at the Samoan team, for instance, Jerome Luai, Critter, Lenu, I think is part of that team. They've all
Yeah.
come through the Penrith system.
Yeah.
Tago,
Tago,
yeah.
May,
To'o.
To'o, I don't
So,
know.
like, you know, they've all been brought up through the Penrith system because they've got a very, very strong system there that works. So if they can replicate that in Samoa is the question. Might be too small, but I hope that they do something.
Yeah.
I think
Plenty of talent over
Plenty.
in those Pacific nations.
Even
And-
set up like days where they can get like Luai and Critter to fly over
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
just run it, be around the boys,
Yeah.
give them like motivation.
Well, we've just seen in the World Cup, you know, like Samoa, you know, how well they've gone, you know, obviously Tonga. So, yeah, I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, we like it, Rosie. Next question. At Dimitri Contis _ has asked, what are your Rugby League World Cup finals same game multis? Okay, Dim. I'll start you off. I'm going to go very safe. Very, very safe. But you might get a decent odds. I'm not too sure. So we're going to go Fox to score. We're going to go Holmes to score and Tedesco and Australia 13+. The back 3, Australia to shit in.
Yep.
Get on that.
Beauty. For me, Jack Whiten anytime, Ben Hunt anytime, Tim Laffey, who's been absolutely on fire
Turning back the clock.
since he's been back. Australia 13 plus. You probably get a big price, but yeah, get on.
Yeah, high 20s there.
Yeah.
And I'm going for the redemption story. Latrell Mitchell and Nathan Cleary, who've had, they're still underperforming in my opinion. Latrell's been good to start, but he's just floated in and out of games. And Cleary copped a lot of criticism in the media. So I'm going them two to score. Australia minus 17.5. I think that's the line. So whatever Australia is to cover the line, take that. And that's my multi.
Like it. Okay.
Beauty.
At Decon Quinlan _04 has asked, where do you see South finishing in 2023?
I think that's a question for you, boys.
I think top 4. Definitely, or like finishing as in like the finals.
yeah.
I reckon another prelims a lock. We love our prelims.
Yeah.
Hopefully one step better. But I'm going to just say prelims a lock. 4th to 6th.
Yeah,
I'm going to say just top 4 we make.
I think Lachlan Ilias with another year under his belt will definitely show wonders for the team. He was going really strongly towards the back end of the year, and I think that flowed into finals real well. We haven't lost too many players. We lost Mark Nichols.
The GOAT. We lost the GOAT. That could hurt us.
He's a big loss for culture and just go forward up the middle. But I have it on close rumours that we have one spot left in our top 30, and that's going to either be filled by Martin Tapau from Manly, who'd be a decent signing up through the middle, or comeback story for George Burgess.
What about David Fafita? Can we get him?
Yeah, but he's still contracted for next year with the Titans.
Fair.
But yeah.
I think we might get Tappy.
Yeah, Tappy would be a very good sign. I'm not sure if he's still up to what he was when he was first starting off at Manly.
Like we do
or
have a
the
lot of
Tigers.
middle forwards. But he'll be a good depth signing, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Or we could just sign Joseph Tarpany if we find an extra $1 in our budget.
Oh, he's a gun. Jimmy, where would you say from an unbiased perspective? Where
I'm going to say 5th.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fair.
Just outside the top 4.
Fair.
Yep.
Next question. At Will Lawrenson, what is your favourite sport besides rugby league and why?
I'm a big fan of soccer, or as the Europeans say, football.
Football.
I love my
Why,
APL. One, I play draft and like fantasy football with it. It's just the money that is pumped into that sport is unbelievable. And because unlike rugby league, where you only get the talent from England, Australia, and all the Pacific nations, soccer is a world game. So you get the best players from every single country.
Yeah.
And in one country, there's bound to be at least one genuine star.
Yeah, soccer is a good watch, but I'm very into my NBA right now. So I've started an NBA draft, fantasy for work, and I'm pretty much hooked, watching a lot of games at work, like on the side, on my little phone, doing the fantasy, watching all the stats. I love it. So that's probably why I picked that. Jim?
Thank you, Age. I think it's a toss-up, either NFL or horse racing.
Ooh, horse racing.
Yeah, I love horse racing, but yeah, I'm going to say NFL. Yeah, just like the atmosphere over there is unreal. Love watching it, and yeah, it's just, I don't know what it is like. It's just a great sport.
Yeah, they're elite athletes.
Elite.
They're
Elite athletes. But yeah.
Their turnarounds.
What about that catch today? Who was it that one-handed catch?
It was Justin Jefferson.
When was that?
That was over the weekend.
Monday night.
Oh, that was crazy.
Yeah, so if you haven't had a chance to see it, go look up Justin Jefferson catch against the Bills. One-hander, unreal.
Incredible.
But yeah, no, it's a great sport.
Okay, this one's for you, Jim. At Manco has asked, what are the main factors you look at when backing a horse?
Yeah, I think we've been through this before. I'm just big on replays, to be honest, Manco. Like, I love looking at, I think their past, like, I'd say 3 runs. Obviously, after you look in the replays, you look at, the form, what class they're in, the weight and what jockey, that sort of thing. But yeah, just replays is massive for me.
For me, one of my main factors is I like to look at the market. So if I see a horse is drifting in price going down towards, I don't know, close to $2, then someone knows something, or the punters know, as they say. Or if the horse is drifting outwards, means it's busted a leg, it's not going well.
Yeah.
Or if you are struggling, go on Dabble. Just copy some tips, because there's some experts on there just like us.
There are experts on Dabble, but when I'm doing form personally, I like doing just the basics. So I look at the jockey, you look at the
form.
barrier, literally looking at the form.
You look at the picket fence.
I'm looking at picket fence, I'm looking track and distance, I'm looking track.
Yeah.
I'm looking at weights, and I'm just somehow. Did you just rip a fart, Mick?
Not me.
That's fucked. mid discussion about how I pick winners.
Mate, I'm telling you, this Milkflower, it's losing points every single
It's
second.
just you that's getting sick. No one else is getting
That's
sick.
horrendous, Mick.
Sickening.
All right. Okay, next question. Mason McCarthy. Hey, fellas. I've noticed you guys have been out clubbing quite a bit recently. Personally, I struggle to dance confidently on the D floor. What is your go-to dance move?
Well, if you're Lachlan Goldsby, apparently it's the spin.
It's the spin.
The
You
king of
grab
spin.
anyone's hand, just give them a twirl.
I'm a bit of a fist pump operator in the sky. I
Yeah,
like that
I'm
one.
more like loose hands, like hands up, like just vibing to the music.
Yeah,
Jimmy's hips.
love moving my hips. and-
Jim puts his hand on his belt. So his right hand on his belt,
Yeah.
left hand sort of up like a cowboy with like a bit
Yeah.
of balance, and he just moves his hips left to right. And it
Yeah.
works.
And it
So
works.
if you're ever out and if you want to have some tips, just come up to me and I'll
If
show you
the,
how to do
if
it.
you do the Jimmy shimmy and you put it on your story, we'll share it.
We'll share it.
The Jimmy shimmy.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. At Lachlan_M_J_03 is asked, would you rather live in Sydney, Melbourne, or Gold Coast, and why? Have you been to all three, Mick?
I've been to all three. I think for me, Gold Coast is not much happening in terms of other than like beaches. So apart from summer, you're not
And
getting much
nightlife?
use out of it. Yeah, nightlife too, but you also get a decent nightlife in Melbourne. I think
There's no lockout laws in
Yeah, I think
Melbourne.
it's a toss up between Sydney and Melbourne. But the only factor that turns me away from Melbourne is it's constantly raining down there.
Yeah.
And the beaches aren't as good as Sydney. So I'm gonna have to stick with Sydney, maybe a bit of bias, but there's all rugby league teams out and about here, so it's another win.
I haven't been to Melbourne, but I'm going this weekend. So it's probably a better question for next week. I can confirm. At the moment, it's Sydney, better than Gold Coast, pending Melbourne. Jim?
Yeah, I haven't been to Melbourne either, but I'd loved because obviously lived in Queensland for a little bit. So yeah, I loved living in Queensland. So yeah, the Gold Coast is just a lot laid back over there compared to like the hustle and bustle in Sydney. So, and I'm a pretty chilled operator. So
You're very
You
chill
are.
operator.
I like it. Last question. At Tyler Coughlin? How do you say that, Mick, you reckon?
Coughlin.
Coughlin. Sorry, Tyler.
Tyler
31.
Coughlin, 31.
Tyler Coughlin, 31, has asked most improved Cowboys player from this season. I'm just going to impersonate Jimmy here. Oh, you got to say Cotter. You got to say Reece Robson. Just guns. Gilbert, gun.
yeah,
And yeah, just the whole team's gun.
I
Todd
think
Payton.
it's I have to say Jeremiah Nanai.
yeah.
I think
Nanai's gone. Gun.
to a lungy.
Gun.
Tuolangi's been very good. In all seriousness, I would.
But yeah,
I
no,
think
there's
there's
a
been
lot.
so
There's
many.
a lot. But he's asking most improved.
Okay, I think if I'm honest, it's a toss up between Nanai, Cotter, and Drinkwater. But
Yep.
Drinkwater finishing, I think, top 5 in the Dally M's. I think I'm
Yeah.
going to have to go with him, most improved player. He was in round 1 and 2 not even included in this team. The starting
Yeah.
13 or 17, and then it only took one injury to who's your
Hammer.
Hammer, and he
Yeah.
got a run, and he took that position and ran with it. So I'm going to
Yeah.
go Scott Drinkwater.
Like it, Jimmy?
Oh, I've got to say Reece Robson.
Robbo?
Yeah.
I'm going to go Cotter. Mate, that bloke, he was pretty much nothing last year.
Cotter.
And now he's Australian.
He was
front
injured.
rower. Yeah, he was nothing. And now he's the Australian
Thanks,
fucking-
Ash.
in the Australian squad. So
Yeah.
good on him.
There's been so
Made
many
Queensland
bolters.
as well.
Yeah,
So
no, it's been very good.
there you go.
Thank you, Age.
Well, speaking of rugby league, we're bringing back NRL What If. And this week we've got what if the NRL still had a players draft. So did you boys know that we actually had a draft in the NRL back in the day?
I did not.
Did not know.
Yeah, well, if it was still around, there'd be too many implications, and here's why. So look, I'll take everyone back, and I'll take you two back as well.
Yep.
To the first ever New South Wales Rugby League draft. That was before it was a NRL comp. It was the New South Wales, so all the Sydney teams and outsiders. So New South Wales Rugby League had a draft system back in 1991, with clubs taking turns picking players based on where they finished on the ladder in the 1990 Rugby League season. It was set up to accommodate out-of-contract stars who were keen to go elsewhere to get their market value. But the draft was doomed from the start because most of the players were never on board and had no intention of playing for anyone other than the club of their choosing.
So these players, when they got selected, they just refused to play.
Well, it was just tough. It was a new concept introduced, and I don't think it works. It works in the NRL just because people want to stay where they're from, and there's an opportunity to play there.
But how good it'd be from a fan's perspective, though, you know?
Fans think it'd be good.
We'd love it.
Well, we know it works in other codes.
Works in NFL,
AFL, NFL, yeah.
AFL.
Like most of
drafts
the
are
sports
around.
in America, NBA.
I think it's inevitable that we will have a draft eventually.
Yeah.
I just don't know when and how we'd implement it.
Well, this is what actually happened the first time that they tried to implement and why it went wrong. So the inaugural draft, Wooden Spooners, South Sydney had the first choice. They came last. Sorry, Age. And the Premier's Canberra Raiders got the 16th pick. But one draft pick that had quite the butterfly effect in rugby league today is when South Sydney centre Terry Hill was drafted by the Sydney Roosters. So you made to play for your arch rivals. It's the first red flag there.
Yeah.
That's atrocious.
Exactly. So Hill obviously didn't want to play for the Sydney Roosters because who would?
Don't blame him.
But apart from that, he also had a prior agreement to play with the Western Suburbs Magpies. So apparently there was 2 drafts. There was one in November when the first players come off contract.
What?
And then if you don't get signed up in that first draft, you go to the second draft, and that's sort of your last chance to get on contract.
Yeah.
Somewhere between that period, he negotiated a deal with the Magpies.
And then he got drafted for the Roosters.
Well, they said, mate, you already had a contract. You are legally obliged to go and play in the draft. So Roosters drafted him. He's obviously not wanted to play, but he still has to get paid. So he had to play that whole season with the Roosters. But throughout it, they were having a legal case. So they took him to court, and it results in 127 people coming forward and saying they don't want to be part of this draft. It shouldn't exist anymore. So the High Court later found the proposed draft was a restraint of trade and an interference with a person's right to negotiate their own lives and future. That makes sense. Jim, imagine people at your work said, Jim, we're not going to give you work here anymore, but you can be signed by any company in the city.
Yeah.
You go, who? Hang on.
Hang on a second.
Hang on a second.
Yeah.
I might not want to work for that company. Yeah. So it's fair enough. And like at the end of the day, rugby league's still a career. It's like a future.
Yeah.
It's a
Like I get that aspect of it, but again, like these clubs, like that, like they're willing to give you a chance to play, like proper, like first grade, get all the minutes and stuff. So there's 2 sides to it.
Yeah,
and it also
sides.
makes it more fairer for the team coming last to then get the best draft pick.
The
Get
best
a
player.
gun rookie coming through.
Well, well, like we see in the NFL, sometimes teams actually tank to go and get the number 1 pick.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
they did tank.
And they trade to get,
they trade, like tank for Tua season, Miami Dolphins.
Yeah,
Remember that?
yeah.
Like imagine Suali'i going to the bloody Tigers.
Exactly. Well, that's exactly
All right.
why. So, but anyway, in 1992, they actually reversed the decision and said, you know what, this is actually not fair. Terry Hill was given a release from the Roosters and he was able to move to the Western Suburbs Magpies. And that ruled the official end of any NRL or New South Wales Rugby League draft going forward.
So it lasted 1 year.
It lasted 1 year. One signing, that was it.
So they cooked it.
So what happens if there was still a draft today? Well, there's no way to determine direct results and premiership winners as to who would have won and the outcomes because it's 20 years. You can't speculate, or 30 years. There's too many sliding doors moments. But what we do know is that most of the player movements and star rookies would flow to the weaker clubs. Like you said, the best rookies go to the shit teams.
Yep.
It's just the way it is. And eventually the comp has ebbs and flows and balances. The NRL would eventually take over the junior pathways to control the draft as it expands from transferring first graders, and we end up with an AFL-style horse trading system over the best youngsters in the country.
I think it'd be so interesting.
It'd be interesting, but it also, would you feel hard done by, imagine South, I'll get to it soon, but imagine South, they nurture a kid from juniors. You play South Sydney from all the way from your 6, under 20s, Harold Maths, whatever, New South Wales Cup. And then just as you're about to make that brink onto first grade, they say, you know what? Warriors actually finished in last place. You're going to New Zealand.
Yeah, it's stiff for the club and the player, I guess.
Yeah.
So basically, rich clubs with strong junior bases such as Penrith Panthers, Brisbane Broncos, South Sydney Rabbitohs, Newcastle Knights, just to name a few, can no longer hoard juniors and develop a star-studded roster of emerging talent. I mean, it balances out the competition.
Yeah, 100%.
I do think it's unfair. But I do think the trade-off for that is we see a small but steady exodus to rugby union or other alternatives of sport as players change codes to stay home, as they don't want to be sent to areas like Canberra, Redcliffe and Auckland to play in the NRL.
Yeah. Because imagine Suali'i goes like he's locked into the Dogs or something or like the Knights and then he's like, nah, I'm going to rugby.
Yeah.
That's it.
But I think it's a mindset thing as well. Like if your goal is just to play in the NRL, then it doesn't sort of matter what team you play for, right? As long as like you're living out your dream. And I think that's the difference with the NFL because these guys, they're just playing for college football. Like their aim is just to get into the NFL. But like over here, they're playing for their junior clubs like the Roosters, like your South Sydney and stuff. So growing up in their system, they've only been taught, like to play for the Roosters. But
what happens if you're a genuine gun like Joseph Suali'i, who's you could say guaranteed a contract, big figures, why would he want to be spending all his time at a shit club trying to bring them up whilst he's still developing as a player?
Yeah.
When he can be nurtured into the role that he actually wants to play.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
It's a tough one. But look, there's so many questions to be answered. Like, we don't even know. We're still debating if it worked. Will we still see the dominance of the Melbourne Storm, Roosters, Penrith over the last 3 decades? Who knows?
Probably less of a dominance.
Maybe we
you'd
see
have
your
to say.
favourite NRL players in another jersey. Maybe Latrell's wearing a Gold
Yeah.
Coast Titans
Maybe
jersey.
Murray was never playing for South.
Exactly. Would Parramatta have Eels broken their 40-year premiership drought with a few youngsters in the first place draft?
Probably not.
Probably not. Or maybe the next immortal would have come from the New Zealand Warriors.
Yeah.
But hey, that's why it's called What If.
Love it, Mick.
Love it, Mick.
Mate.
Beauty.
How many times did we have that on the agenda and you just never lifted and put it on?
Well, you can tell it's a lot of effort. I have to go
It
back
is a
through
lot
the
of
archives.
effort.
Do you
Yeah.
know how many
Very good.
articles are published online from 1991 to read about a draft that
surprising.
lasted 3 months?
Yeah.
You'd be surprised, because I was surprised to find 3.
You did good, Mick.
Yeah. Anyway, tip of the week, Age.
Tip of the week. Well, guess what, Jimmy? You're rushing. We got play on a penalty quickly.
He's doing the
He's doing the time.
doing the time.
He wants to. Is that enough?
You don't enough.
You want to play on a penalty?
We don't play on penalty.
It's your segment, Jimmy.
It
Come
is
on,
my segment.
Go through
Well,
it.
an extra 10 minutes, they can just fast forward.
Hey, I'm just looking out for the fans.
Hey, look, if
The
it's too
fans
long
want
for
to
you,
hear play on a
put
penalty.
it on 2 times, speak a bit slower, and you can
Beautiful.
just fast forward.
All right, play on a penalty. Let's get into it. First one is at Anti-Petsaglu, trying to win back a big night out. Play on a penalty.
I think it's a penalty. You don't want to chase your losses, even if your losses is like $400 on a night out or $500.
Yeah. Because if you try and make it back and then you lose another 500, you're down a K.
Yeah.
So-
like imagine you go out the Friday night, you spend like $500 and you're like, if I put 500 on this horse,
I'll
I'm going to get it back, and you lose it, you're down 1K.
Yeah.
Well, we heard that story. I think it was on TikTok, or one of Sydney's biggest punters spent $1,000 on a night out.
Kingsley Bartholomew.
Yeah, he came home one night and he's like, "Look, I'm going to get that $1,000 back." He had over 100,000 in his Betfair account. He saw that Australia was playing a warm-up trial match for an ODI or something, or T20 against one of the minnow teams. So he's put 100,000 Australian dollars on Australia to win $1,000 back. So
And
he
$1.01.
$1.01.
Live
So he
bet.
puts 100,000, he gets 101,000 back.
Went to sleep,
Wakes up the next day, logs onto his Betfair account. $0. And he goes, "Oh, maybe the funds haven't been processed yet. Or maybe the game got delayed." To his knowledge, it was one of the biggest cricketing upsets
Yeah.
in history.
And it was a warm-up match.
It was a warm-up match.
He put 100K on a warm-up match.
And that's why you don't drink and gamble, kids.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, no, play on. Oh, sorry, penalty.
Yeah,
Don't
say
do
penalty.
that. Don't
No.
do that. Yeah.
That is like a grade 3 reckless tackle.
But
don't do it.
if you flip it, if you do have a big day on the punt and you win, that can pay for your night out.
Yes.
And then
Exactly. Go out.
that's the best feeling.
That's the flip side of it for sure. Beauty. Next one is at Lachlan_M_J_03. Age runs the podcast on his own.
Well, you'd have to take running it off you. That'd be pretty hard.
Yeah. Age?
I think it's a big play on. I reckon if it was just me, Lockie, it'd be the best podcast ever, and you guys would love it.
Mate, you wouldn't even know how to get it uploaded to the
I'd
online.
find a way. If there's a wog, there's a way. I'll find a way.
That's
Yeah.
a good one.
No, very good. Yeah, play on.
Penalty. I'm not letting Age run the podcast. No,
Jimmy's
no.
playing on
I just want to see Age try and run it on his own, and then he'd figure out he can't, and he'd call us
the
back
Age
in.
Patrol.
Yeah,
Straight back
yeah,
in.
Age
Love
Patrol.
it.
Next one is at AJ.W. Putting your Christmas tree up in November.
I think that's a massive penalty. I think November's way too early. Everyone knows December 01.
Maybe end of November?
Oh, I still think December 01 is the official launch of your Christmas season.
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon if it's December, go ahead, play on, put that tree up. November, you're too excited, you're rushed. Don't put it up.
Yeah.
And
Penalty.
then what day does it come down? Are you the kind of family that takes it down like on Christmas Day in the night, Boxing
Nah.
Day done?
Before
Mine usually
New Year's
stays
Eve.
up for a while.
Mine goes until mid-Jan. It just sits there. It's
It
like,
just sits there, it's like, oh, but we better take that down.
yeah, it's like, oh, what are we preparing for? This year's Christmas.
I reckon before New Year's Eve is what I do. But I think my mum leaves it up until like Feb. She's
Well, you know,
crazy.
you know what the problem with that that is as well? It's like you want to do it before New Year's, but it's horizontal season. You just want to sit down, relax, and not do anything.
Yeah.
You don't want to work.
No, you don't. Beauty. So, penalty?
Yeah, I'll say penalty.
Penalty.
Yeah. Next one, at Ryan.Grouse. Forcing yourself to vomit on a night out.
The tack vomit.
The old
Good old tacky.
tacky.
I don't like it personally. I think it just makes me feel sick and off it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Some people just love it and they're just like revived straight after.
They just
it.
go like, I'm just going to duck around the corner and chunder,
Yeah.
and then they're back.
I'm a bit of a vomiter. I need to get it out.
Yeah, you
especially
do.
if you have like a big feed, it's just in there. You just feel it. You're like, no,
think
get
I'm-
it out
yeah.
and come back.
I think I'm with age. It does make you feel a bit off it, after.
Yeah. I've never tackied and then just felt better and like had the best night ever.
Yeah.
I like it when I wake up and I'm really hungover, vomit it out.
Or when you, or just when you get get home before you go to bed, quick one off to bed.
I'll tell you what's the worst vomits? The ones in the morning.
Oh,
When
they're
you
the
wake
worst.
up, go to the toilet and you just feel so rotten and
Yeah,
it just comes
bad.
out. And then your whole fucking morning's ruined.
Yeah, it's bad.
that is bad. But yeah, nah, I'm gonna say penalty.
But these are all penalties.
Penalty.
They are
Oh
all
no,
pen-
play on.
Hang on.
Penalty.
And last one for this week is from @darkhouse.mp3.
I think it's Dark Horse.
Yeah.
I think Age
Bit of a
made a
typo.
typo.
Sorry,
Anyway.
Dark Horse.
Watching live sport delayed. Playing on penalty.
It's situational. Like if you're out and you really want to watch something,
Yeah.
you might have
Get the
to.
Foxtel go up.
As long as you don't watch, as long as you don't hear the result or anything, I
Yeah.
think that's okay.
I think what I do is if I'm watching something delayed, I mute the group chats.
Yeah, you have to.
So I'm not watching like, let's say Australia on the line, and then someone says, "Oh, what a try," and then I'm, oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
Then you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate it. I think it's a massive penalty. Like every time we've done it, someone spoiled it. I know we went for lunch, me and you, Mick. We had the girlfriends there. Went back to yours. It was South Dragons. And then we're like, no one checked the score. We're literally like an hour delayed. Don't check it. We're watching it.
Yeah.
Little do you know, my girlfriend gets the phone up. She looks at the score and she's like, oh, Dragons are winning by 4. Never want to deco so hard.
You would never.
I wouldn't do that.
You wouldn't do it.
But in that moment, I was so angry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a coach.
I hate
killer.
people who spoil the score, but Sophia's learnt since then she will never spoil the score for me.
Yeah,
again.
that's fair.
All right. Tip of the week now.
Tip of the week.
Tip of the week.
See, that wasn't too long, Jim,
See,
was it?
No, it wasn't.
If you stayed around, you're going to make money. Because Age is back out of the bin. I'm refreshed. I'm ready to rip. And I've got the easiest bet you'll have all weekend. You sit back on the couch like me right now. You go Australia 13 plus against Samoa. And you do Addo Carter score. And you just turn your phone off and enjoy your weekend.
Oh, you might get $1.20 if you're lucky for that.
I reckon you're going to get $1.70.
$1.70 for that?
I reckon.
You're not getting $1.70 for that.
If you get over $1.50, just put it on and turn it off.
I guarantee you're not getting over $1.50.
How?
Better than bank interest.
Minus 13, that's probably like $1.30. And then Fox is like $1.30. I reckon $1.65, $1.70.
That's shocking. You're
It's a
normally,
final as well.
that's not even
With,
double
with,
your
with the
wage with
boost.
age.
With the
We're
boost.
not even doubling your wage. It's sit back on the couch and relax with Age.
Beautiful. Well, my tip of the week is Milkflower, the signature mango Milkflower, and hopefully it doesn't roll you like Mick, but he did have a big dinner.
You just
So
did diarrhea and now you're tipping it.
now I'm tipping it.
As a test
Well,
subject,
do you
no
have
thanks.
diarrhea age?
Not yet.
I don't know, I'm feeling it.
But yeah, that's my tip of the week.
I thought you meant to give some positivity this week to
A
everyone.
quote.
Yeah, quote will do.
Give us a quote.
I'll give you a quote. If it makes you happy, it doesn't have to make sense to everyone else.
Yeah, milk flour tea, right there.
There you
Yeah,
go.
it made no sense to us.
Well, I'm going to keep
Exactly.
it short because I'm probably going to go shit myself again. Break the budget and go to Mr. Wong's. 10 out of 10 food, 10 out of 10 service, and 10 out of 10 great experience for Age's birthday. So once again, happy birthday, Age. It's your first
Thank you.
It's your first podcast as a 23-year-old.
Also, I want a quick shout out. I've been with my misso for 5 years, so congratulations, Sophia. We'll be celebrating tonight.
Does she
When you're
finally
listening.
listen to the podcast?
She started listening last week,
That's perfect.
so it's a win-win for everyone.
So only
Beautiful.
30 episodes deep.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, it's our 30th
Better late
episode
than
as
never.
well.
Yeah.
How good.
Only
How
took
good's
you
that?
30 episodes age.
I know, but better late than never, guys. So
30,
we're here.
30 for 30.
We're still going. And
Still
yeah,
flying, still thriving.
we are.
Thanks for the support.
And we'll catch you next week.
See you
ya.
guys.
Have a good week. See you guys.